But I think the transformation, the physical manifestation of it is stage 2. Stage 1 of a transformation is more internal. It's more about a lifestyle change, a mindset change, eating habit change. To be honest, it's more holistic. It's literally mind, body, and soul. And on that note, I'm going to flesh the weight out of Sonakshi Sinha's transformation journey. So, thank you for being here, Sonakshi.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me here.
Our
Need
pleasure.
to spread the good
Yes,
stuff.
of course. I have to compliment you that you've killed it. Like how you were an inspiration, but you're a next level inspiration for I think all of us here.
Thank you, but I'd just like to say I haven't killed it. My trainer here, Namrata Purohit, has killed me, which is why I'm looking the way I'm looking. But it's all worth it, baby. I love you, Nams. Thank you.
There you get your testimonial. So Sonakshi, much has been spoken about your weight loss. Much has been spoken about how you transformed yourself. But would you tell us how much weight did you lose pre-Dabang and what were you at your plumpest best?
Well, pre-Dabang was honestly a big chunk. I was at my peak, I was 95 kilos. I was always an overweight child, teenager, but I was very, very active. I used to play sports. I was very confident of who I was and just very confident of myself. So I felt like at that point in time, I never let the weight affect me, and which is why I was happy being the way I was, roly-poly, for like the longest time until I actually hit an age where I was 18, 19, and I happened to join the gym because that's what everybody was doing at that point of time. So I jumped onto the bandwagon, and I started running on the treadmill, and I couldn't run for more than 30 seconds. I was huffing and puffing, and I was like, oh my God, I am 19 years old. I cannot be like this. So that is where the first switch happened, that I have to work on myself. I have to be able to run more than 30 seconds without, you know, spilling my guts out. But yeah, so that's how it started for me. A lot of people used to keep telling me, I used to get body shamed, I used to get bullied for being fat, but I never took it like, it never bogged me down. I would always fight back. I was a very like,
Yeah,
you know how I was. I was a full like gundi even then. So I used to always fight back, and I used to, in rebellion, I used to eat more and be like, this is how I am, take it or leave it. Until I actually realized that it's not good for me. Some people were saying it to make fun of me. Some people were saying it for my betterment, which is like my family and my friends. So I took that in the right spirit, and I think that's when it all started internally. I lost like about 30 kilos before I started shooting for my first film.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how long did it take you to lose the 30?
Slow and steady. It takes, you know, everybody takes their own sweet time. I could have done it in 3 months. I could have lost 30 kilos, but I know it would have just been so temporary. It would not have stayed off, and I would have probably ended up hurting myself in the process, done it in a very unhealthy way. But it took me 2.5 years.
Which is amazing. I think slow and steady is the best way to do it.
Yeah, the best way to do it, because it then just kind of stays off.
It's a sustainable loss. But I'm sure, like I did too, I hit a lot of plateaus. I hit that frustration point where you didn't eat for 3 days and you weighed yourself on the skate and your weight was still up. Did you go through that, and what kept you going during that?
No, honestly, the problem with me is that I really, really love food. So,
like
if
most
I
of
have
us.
to- yeah, no, yeah. I mean, if there's anything I can give up, it's everything else but my food, which is where I figured, like now, when I recently started getting a lot more into fitness, taking care of myself, I realized that I have to find a balance. There's anything that you do in moderation is great. You know, that's the best thing to do. Everything in moderation. You cannot starve yourself. You cannot cut out things and just not eat them, because there will be a day when you give up and just put your hands up and stuff your face. So do everything in moderation, which is good. Right now, I take a lot more care of what I eat. I try to eat healthy. I follow a diet which suits me and my body, along with a great workout. I've started doing Pilates with Namrata, and that really, really helped me. And honestly, it's trial and error. I think everybody just needs to kind of figure that combination of what works for you, because everybody is different. We're built differently. You know, we have different likes, dislikes, we have different temperaments, we have different fitness levels. You have to find what works for you.
What rocks your boat. Tell me, Sonakshi, you spoke about, people telling you you need to lose weight, about being body shamed. I know you were always a very tough kid even while growing up. But somewhere did it bother you, and how did you deal with that? Like, did you sort of, you said that you ate a lot more in vengeance, but n- during your process of losing the weight, I'm sure you must have had to go through a process where people still told you were overweight, where you still gave
Yeah,
into
after I
emotion.
lost the 30 kilos, they were telling me, oh, I'm like, please, talk to the hand. Like, I've worked really hard to get where I am. You cannot take that away from me.
So did you still emotionally eat? Because, we eat our emotions, and that's one of the biggest problems we face.
I would think so. In fact, I would still say that I'm an emotional eater. If I'm feeling a certain way, I do turn to food. But that's fine, you have to understand how you are and what you're going to do and kind of take measures to balance that out. So even if I eat something now, I know I'll work out, do that extra 30 minutes of cardio tomorrow and burn it off. So it's
Or
okay.
sort of do a cleanse to sort of keep it off, or do you believe in doing cleanses?
No,
Like
I'm
juice
not
cleanses?
into that sort of things. First of all, if you put me on juices all day, I'll be snapping at people and biting everyone's head off. Like, I need food to keep my mood in check, first of all. It's so important to just be happy more than anything else. I cannot stress enough on that fact. And until you're not happy from within, it's not going to show outside. And, to want a transformation in yourself, I think you need to first train your mind and then your body will
Yeah,
follow.
I agree with you. It
Yeah.
starts with the mind. I
Yeah.
mean, I noticed that with myself also. I was an emotional eater. I was a stress eater. I'm a lawyer by profession, and anytime I had a bad day at work, it came out. I think I could do with some chola kulcha. I could do with this, and then you just have to start understanding your mind and work around that. Uh, so, what is Sonakshi Sinha's daily healthy fitness routine like? Like, you have a morning routine, you have an evening routine.
Um, well, I wake up and I try and do cardio on an empty stomach, which I feel it works for me. I don't like to work out after having eaten something, or like if I've eaten something, then maybe after 3 hours or something. That's when I feel empty enough to work out again. So I try and do my cardio first thing in the morning, and like I said, I just started doing Pilates, so I um, do that in the afternoon. This is
Wow.
on a day off when I'm not working, so I can fit it in. And if I've not done my cardio in the morning, then after Pilates, I do my cardio in the evening. So that is my workout regime.
And what's your typical diet like? What do you know? How did you reach a place that you got to know that this doesn't work for you and that works for you better? Because it's trial and error, like you
Trial
said.
and error. I think I just stumbled upon it. I started doing the keto diet for a while. That really worked for me. But then I read up on it, and it's not something that you can sustain.
Then
It's
for
not
a-
something that you can, and you should not
Sustain.
do for a long term.
Time.
So depends on my requirements. Like I'm working, and if I have a shoot or if I need to look a certain way, I'll go on it, but I'll get off it as soon. And you have to find a balance. So I'm generally on a low carb
A
diet.
low carb diet
Yeah.
and high protein, basically.
Yeah. Basically.
So that therefore, you
Yeah,
can.
and that really worked for me.
So, yeah,
This
so
is
you-
something that I had not. It just the thought only of like
no pasta, pizza.
leaving carbs.
Yeah.
Before this, 1 year before, the thought of leaving carbs was also like, no, I can't entertain this thought. So it was just out of the question. But honestly, when I did it, I started feeling better.
Better.
I started feeling less lethargic. I used to like
more
want my-
active.
more active.
Because I'm
yeah.
on a very low carb diet now, and I feel it sort of helps your mind feel better. You can think better. You sleep better. Did you ever have to work on your sleep pattern? Because sleep plays a very important role in weight loss and just generally, how you feel about
I'm,
yourself.
I'm not the best person to answer that question because I have very bad sleeping habits. I sleep very late. When I'm working, I wake up very early. I need my afternoon nap. I sound like a cat. But yeah, I need my afternoon naps, and that is something that I want to get in check. I don't know. I just feel like I can't sleep before 12:31 because I feel like I'm missing out on the day. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to accomplish then, but like sleeping is something that I really need to now keep under check.
So I guess
and
it's an ongoing journey.
Yeah,
Even
it
after you
is an
look
ongoing
this-
journey, and I
this
know-
fabulous. There's
I know I will eventually do it when I put
Yeah.
my mind to it, but for now I'm not the right person to answer this.
So Sonakshi Sinha on a travel, fun vacation with her friends, eaten like a glutton, come back, and what do you do? What do you do then when you see your weight is slightly on the upward side? What's your SOS go-to diet?
Get back on your routine. When I leave for a vacation, I tell myself that I'm going to have fun. I'm going to eat whatever I want to eat. I'm going to maybe work out, maybe not work out. I will have those days, and I tell myself that it's absolutely fine because I know when I get back, I have to get back to my routine. I have to go through the same grill. If I'm on holiday, I just want to enjoy, and that's fine. I think that if you tell yourself that, then I don't think the calories count. It's okay. You can get away with it.
I agree with you. I think it's so much about mental conditioning and knowing what your routine is and
And plus, you work hard the rest of the time, and you've not worked hard for nothing, to not
To look
earn
this
one
fabulous.
vacation for yourself. Come on. It's really okay. So, honestly, it's all about loving yourself also, right? You have to go easy on yourself. You can't be too harsh on yourself, hard on yourself all the time. So, for me, what I always say is that even when you want to go to the gym, even when you want to see a change in yourself, do it for the right reasons. A lot of people go in with the attitude of, oh, I hate my body, I need to work out, I need to change it, I hate my body, that's why I'm going to join the gym. No, you love your body, you love yourself, you have one body that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. That's why you go to the gym and that's why you take care of
it's
yourself.
interesting you say that because to get to this place, I'm sure I didn't start at this place, and I'm sure even you didn't. But what was so journey of transformation is more about self-discovery. What were the things that you discovered about yourself that helped you sort of just or fall in love with yourself? Because clearly you're somebody who's very happy with themselves, in love with themselves, and enjoying their ongoing journey. So really, what did you discover about yourself during this journey?
For me, honestly, growing up also, it was never about looks because this is not what I wanted to do in life. I never
You wanted
wanted
to be
to.
a fashion designer, if
I wanted to be a fashion designer. I want to be a lot of things. I want to be a marine biologist at one point. I want to be an astronaut at one point. I want to be a tennis player at one point. So I wanted to do a lot of things, which is why looks was never in the forefront for me growing up. And I was a complete tomboy. Like my whole life revolved around like playing sports. So I used to go to school earlier. Like play football. My uniform used to be dirty. My teachers used to be like, "Where have you come from?" I was like, "I was playing downstairs." So it used to be crumpled, and also that's how I was. And I realized very early on that because it was not always about looks for me, I had so much else to be proud of, to be confident about. Like I was good at sports, I was good at speaking, I was good at my schoolwork. So I had all these things to be confident about, if not my looks. And it's okay, I was okay with how I was. But unfortunately, I know a lot of girls are not like that. They don't have that mind space, and I would like them to have that mind space. A lot of my own friends, are influenced by the visual mediums, what they see on
What was the
screen.
advice that you'd give somebody, a 16, 17-year-old girl today? Because you are an inspiration. You are.
Just to not compare yourself to others. Like everybody, like I said, I mean, everybody has their own journey, their own path. Um, that is the one thing that can just kill you, is just comparing yourself and wanting to be like someone else. No, don't want to be like anyone. Just try and be the best version of yourself.
I agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more because that's one thing I realized in the last 1 year as well, that if you really want to keep at it, you want to look good, you want to be the better version of yourself, then just the world doesn't matter. It's the way you see yourself. I mean, after losing 25 kilos, 26 kilos, I'm still told, oh, but you could do, your arms could go, or this could go. I'm like, listen, I've worked hard. I'm enjoying myself. You figure
And
yourself
yeah,
out.
it's very important to enjoy the process while you're at it. Like I've been working out for the longest time since even before I started acting, because well I had to, and it's a very very big part of my life
Lifestyle.
now. But that did not necessarily mean that I enjoyed it. I used to hate going to the gym, so I used to keep switching up my routine. I used to do yoga for a while, then just switch to cardio, then I switch to functional training, then I used to do weight training. So I used to keep switching. I used to swim, so I used to keep switching it up so as to keep myself involved in it until I actually stumbled upon Pilates, and that really worked for me, and I really started enjoying it because I started seeing the results. I think results
shows.
are the biggest motivator,
Yeah,
and
of course.
that is what you should keep in mind when you want to see a change in yourself. Look at yourself and look at where you started and look at where you've come and where you can go.
That's most important.